Hearts have appealed the red card that was received by Peter Haring in the 2-2 draw against St Mirren, but according to some asshole referee, it is not going to get overturned. Welcome back, guys, to Son of Scotland TV, and Hearts have done the right thing here. They have appealed that Peter Haring dismissal. It was a horrible red card. It was never a red card. It was a yellow all day long. It wasn't the only decision the referee and VAR got wrong in that game, but I think out of them all, I think it was the worst decision, and I don't think it was a penalty for Hearts either, but I think you can see why they gave the penalty, even though I disagree with it, and I think it was one of the softest pens I've ever seen. I just don't really see why they've given this red card. I don't think the red card was an option, really, because at least with the penalty, you can argue there was a bit of contact. I mean, this, I don't see what happened for someone to come up and say red card, but I tell you one person is former English top flight referee Dermot Gallagher, who has taken the opposite view to the majority, and he reckons that this tackle ticks all the boxes for a red card. Well, I tell you what box this guy probably ticks: season ticket holder at Celtic, because it's so many times now we've seen Dermot Gallagher come out and either defend decisions that go for Celtic or criticise decisions that go against them. Last week, he came out and he says that the Cochrane one was a clear red card, even though most people, even though the majority of people, Celtic legends, Chris Sutton, Stilian Petrov, Andy Walker, how many people do you need to name? They all said, yeah, it was a yellow card, but no, this guy came out, said it was a red. And then the worst thing about Paul McDermott is, I actually think when it's a non-biased, incident, he normally gets it spot on. However, we've seen multiple times now when it's anything regarding Celtic, he just lets his bias get to him, and he makes up shit that isn't even true. And the guy's obviously got something against Hearts here, because he's gave this decision. He says that this was a red card when pretty much nobody thinks this was a red card. I haven't seen anyone apart from Dermot Gallagher say this was a red. So for him to come out and say it ticks all the boxes, it's mind-blowing, you know. I just don't understand it, but whatever. He thinks it's a red. Hopefully his opinion doesn't mean shit, because most people disagree with the fact it's a red, and I think this will be overturned. So that means that Peter Haring should be back for the rest of the season. I'd be shocked if this is not overturned. It looked like a clear yellow, in my opinion. There was no malice in the tackle. I don't think he went in too hard at all. His legs, his studs weren't showing. It was low down. It wasn't a high boot or anything like that. So, for me, I think this is a yellow card all day long, and I do believe that the decision will be overturned. So, that's the good news. Peter Haring, I think, will be back for the rest of the season. And in other news, Lawrence Shankland's come out and says that Hearts need to improve if we want to get a chance of third, which is kind of like stating the obvious, because we know we need to improve. We've been pretty garbage for the past couple of months now, let's be real. There's no point sugarcoating it. Shankland came out and says, quote, the point keeps us still in the hunt, so nothing's changed. There are still 3 games to go. When it comes to this stage of the season, it's important that you get results, and this draw might mean the difference between playing in Europe next season or not. So, yeah, I mean, there you go. A point. I don't think a point was enough against St Mirren, but Shankland seems to think it could be an important point. I think going into the last 3 games, we're probably going to need to win them all, including a victory over Rangers, which we don't have a good history against. So, when was the last time we beat Rangers? I actually cannot remember. I think it's been 4 seasons since we beat Rangers, so I can't say go into that game with much confidence. Now, you could argue Rangers have nothing to play for. You could argue they're in holiday mode. I disagree. I think Rangers will be fielding players that are getting opportunities to show what they can do next season, and I think they'll be making an impact with the remaining games that they've got. So I think actually now could be the worst time to play Rangers, because I think they'll be looking to make an impact and, you know, stamp their mark on the team for next season. That's my opinion, guys. So yeah, I don't think it's a very good opportunity at the moment to play Rangers, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll catch you in the next one. Peter Haring, red card is appealed. Lawrence Shankland thinks we need to improve, no shit. And Dermot Gallagher is an absolute wanker. There you go. That's the 3 things you need to know, guys, from this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, though, peace.